There is a disconnect happening where women are leaving their men yet expecting them to stay and keep performing their husbandly duties.
No, this comment messed me up. This would mess me up. This would mess me up. This would mess me up.
Put that
coffee down. Joseph Peter, welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chichi Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
All right, guys, quick question for you in the comments down below. I'm curious to know, what would you do? I'm going to play this video, but here's a scenario. Your wife asks for a divorce shortly after she comes crying back and, wants you to comfort her. Doesn't want to get back with you, but wants you to comfort her. She's looking for emotional comfort. Maybe, I don't know, she wants to borrow some money. Who knows what it is? Are you going to help her out in that situation? Check this out. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
Me calling my ex-husband while we were separated because I was having a panic attack and he was my safe person. Him coming to pick me up even though I was the one divorcing him. I completely understand this. I did it several times. I struggle with the sadness of the decision, but it was needed. So your ex-husband is needed, but he's your ex-husband.
Right.
Mine didn't come. I go through them alone now, and it hurts every time.
Guys, those are two different women. The first one, actually we have three. The first one was on TikTok recording a video of her crying, right? She set up the camera, recorded a video of her crying, and said that I was having panic attacks after deciding to divorce my husband. And I called him and he actually came to comfort me because he was my safe space. Even though, because that's the selling point of the video, even though I'm divorcing him, he still decided to rise up to the obligations to be there for me. I think that is crazy. Now you have these comments of the two women. The first one who said, I did that many times with my husband. I'm like, man, are men who are going through divorces just this ready to comfort their wives once their wife has divorced them? And would she be that willing to help out the same way if he did that to her, right? There's that. And then you have the second comment of the chick that says, mine didn't come. I go through them alone now, and it hurts every time. So she's still going through panic attack from deciding to break up her marriage and still crying about it. And her husband's like, her ex-husband is like, no, I am not going to comfort you. Let's keep listening.
There is a disconnect happening where women are leaving their men yet expecting them to stay and keep performing their husbandly duties. Do you think if he called her having a panic attack that she'd even pick up the phone? Being expected to constantly provide and care for people who have given up on them is not good for men's souls and their growth. It is beating them down mentally. Men already feel overlooked for their personalities and love to give and feel more used for what they can provide. And crap like this is exactly why. Even if it's not your intention, it is so incredibly manipulative to break up with a guy and then expect him to console you through the breakup. Stop using your exes as free therapists. Move on and let them move on in peace.
I think deep down inside, when a man does this, whether he's married or in a relationship, after the chick's broken up with you or she's divorced you, somewhere deep down inside, let's be honest, he wishes that maybe they could get back together. He thinks maybe if I am here for her, she may see me for who I really am. She may remember the good times. She may realize the good qualities. I think that's what most guys are thinking. Now, there are just some guys out there who are just too kind, far too kind. And they haven't learned to be selfish. And when it crosses the line, is it oftentimes these type of guys, and I'm talking about like just the ones who maybe don't even want to get back together with the chick, but they're just being kind. A lot of times they'll be inconveniencing themselves to be there for somebody who inconvenienced their whole life. Hey guys, did you know that I'm on Facebook? Go ahead and hit that link pinned to the top of the comment section. If you're on Facebook, give me a follow. You can keep track of current content, shorts, and also older content if you are following me on Facebook. Appreciate you guys back into the video. That was an interesting story, but we have more. More stories from guys who went through the exact same thing. I'm talking about a wife who initiated divorce or a girlfriend who left them, but then came asking for help. Some of them needed money. Someone just wanted a shoulder to cry on. Regardless, I think these are pretty interesting, and I don't think as a man you should be obligated to extend yourself to this extent. If that woman has left you, it's not your obligation. Let's check out some of these stories. First story here says, true story, my ex-wife asked for a divorce and wanted me to drive her to the lawyer's office. I didn't drive her, and from that day, I never allowed her in my car again. Got somebody else who says, my ex decided to take to social media bragging about finding her soulmate, who is a real man. Then a month later, she's at my door crying about being abused and asking if I can help pay their bills so he won't be so angry all the time. Goes on to say, it felt so amazing to remind her that a real man doesn't abuse his missus and supports her. Here's somebody else who says, this happened to me. And based on this guy's profile pic, it looks like he's remarried or has a better woman, it seems. This guy says, my ex-wife cheated on me and married the guy. After 15 years of being divorced and remarried, she called me and gave me some BS story about panic attacks and me being the only one who knew her and always protected her. Well, they both mocked me and called me the protector of the universe because I protected my family and close friends, and she wanted that back. Made fun of the man for protecting his family, and now you want that protection. I said, no, he says. Are you crazy? I'm married and you belong to your husband. He is responsible for you, not me. We've got another story here that says, my wife decided she wanted to be single after I stood by her through my stepdaughter's illness. CP. She passed in my arms and my wife moved out while I was at work. I packed and left. She called, which was always, I need money. I had sold our house, netted $30K. The house was in my name. I threw the phone out of the... Whoa, really? I threw the phone out of the car window on I-70 somewhere in Kansas. This man was like, what? Couldn't believe it. All right, we've got another guy here who says, my ex tried pulling some of this. Saw it coming when she said, I think we're better off as best friends. I responded, you don't think I know what that means, do you? She really thought I was going to be there the way I'd always been after she cheated and made it my fault. Whoa. Somebody else who says, my ex-wife did the exact same thing when she divorced me. Called me constantly crying, saying, I don't know what to do. This is so hard. I'm so scared. These women got sent straight to a coffee shop.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Goes on to say, asked her what she expected from me. Want me to cheer you on? Tell you you can do this? You can leave me? You'll be fine. Told her to never call me again. These women are insane. Somebody else here says, I had something similar where my ex called me crying about how the guy she left me for after stringing me along for months was controlling and verbally abusive. I asked, are you going to leave him? She said, well, no. So I said, then we're done here. Hung up and blocked her. Best decision I ever made. And even if she was going to leave him, why would you take back a woman? I'm glad it didn't happen for this guy. I'm just saying, when she's gone, left you and cheated and moved on with another dude, man, it's time to let that go. Somebody else who says, that's called alimony. I don't want you, but I need you. Another gentleman here says, actually had an ex-wife do that not long after the divorce. She thought that she got to continue to act like nothing changed and that we were friends despite all the false accusations and manipulation. She got the, you don't get that privilege talk. Another commenter here says, had an ex calling at 3 a.m. in the morning because she had a flat tire and no spare, and I seriously expected me to come with a trailer and get her out of that situation because she had no money for a tow truck. Whoa. Another ex wanted me to sit her 2 kids, in parentheses, he's like, not mine, for a week so that she could go on vacation with some random dude because she deserved it. They're always deserving shit, right? We had dated briefly and she had cut me off when I told her I did not want her moving in with that bonus baggage. Son was a real prick and daughter tended to invent weird stories about bad men that were harassing her. Oh yeah, you were about to be next. That woman, however, seriously thought she could use me as a babysitter for that bunch for a week. Hey, they'll try. Here's another comment that says, I love the, in quotations, mine didn't come. That means dude was protecting his heart. In parentheses, as he should. And I give him nothing but kudos for it. Here's another comment that says, mine didn't come. Good. Somebody else here says, who wants to bet these women call it emotional labor when their husbands tried to talk about a bad day at work? Somebody else here added, she divorced me over 2 years ago. I raised our daughter with no assistance from her. She asked me again to buy her unemployed husband a vehicle over the weekend. She divorced me over 2 years ago, then asked me to buy her the I'm confused. I'm not like White Knight. No. This comment messed me up. This would mess me up. This would mess me up. This would mess me up.
Put
that coffee down. I'm not your White Knight, and I won't be his either. Whoa. Somebody else here says, I had a roommate in college who said every boyfriend she broke up with was her soulmate. If you ask how that would work when she finally married someone, she always said they'll understand. They'll understand that you want to have your cake and eat it too, which isn't fair to them. It's so narcissistic. Interesting. Yeah, these are some crazy stories. Guys, do you have any stories of your own? Have you gone through this? Doesn't have to be a wife. Could have just been an ex. Maybe it's a wife. Comment down below. Of course, I'm curious. I appreciate you guys. Always till next time, I'm out. Peace.